Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool Western Electric rotary desk telephone, and this is Marnie's telephone from PA. And this is the initial check out of this telephone, and she's got a note here, and she's asking in the note if the telephone can be repaired so that she can start using it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and repair this telephone, and we're going to go through a little bit here on the initial checkout. Now, we're going to start out with a dial center card. The information here on this card, we're going to go ahead and get rid of that card. It has nothing to do with Marnie, and we're going to put in something more to the period like wait for dial tone, and get rid of that card and replace it. We also have a couple of cracks going on, one in the corner here and one right in the cradle area, but they're not real bad, and that's pretty normal with these plastic body 302s. So, you know, that's a pretty common thing. It's not that big of a deal. Now, we're going to try to stabilize them a little bit, but, you know, we'll have to go from there. Anyway, we want to talk about the rotary. The rotary is pretty sluggish, so we want to go through that rotary, and we want to make sure that the numbers are racking off properly and that everything is oiled and cleaned in the rotary. So we'll get that squared away. We also found a 61A filter in this telephone. I already removed it. There's no need for it, and it's not going to serve any purpose for what we're using this telephone for. So there's no need for that part. And how it ended up in there, it's anybody's guess. So anyway, the other issue is we have a 4-prong plug, and we're going to go ahead and take the original line cord. We're going to make sure that that's in good condition, and then we're going to install a modular port adapter for a line cord so that anything, any plug that Marnie decides to plug this telephone into, it'll fit any modern day jack. So we'll go ahead and remove that and get that squared away. We have the telephone open, so I want to show you the handset. This telephone's in pretty good condition for its age. It has the suede feet, and then we also want to show you the inside of this telephone. So that gives you a look at what it looks like inside, and it's a very clean telephone. So the telephone was well taken care of, and we just need to start on this telephone and repair it and start getting some of these issues squared away. So we'll have to go through the network, the bells, and check everything with a receive and transmit, and that's a pretty common thing with all these telephones. You have to go through just a little bit of everything, make sure it's all proper. So we're going to go ahead and take a short break, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are in the middle of the process of repairing this telephone, and what we did here was install a line adapter so that this telephone can be plugged into any modern day jack. So that's been taken care of. When we went through the rotary, we also wanted to straighten the finger wheel. It was bent, and so that's been straightened. And so now what we want to do is reinstall everything and then change the dial center card to a wait for dial tone or something more to the period to this telephone. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to reinstall everything, and then we'll get into the inside of this telephone and start adjusting the bells. They need to be adjusted. We've already changed some wiring on the network, so we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are finished up reinstalling the finger wheel and the dial center card. Now what we want to do is take a look at the bells, and if you notice, they're wobbling all around, and they're supposed to be held on by a bracket and some rivets, and that's totally loose. Not only does the bell not ring well, but it's very loose. So we want to go ahead and ring the bells. I'll let that go one more time. I'm going to go ahead and stop the ring. Now we can adjust them out better than what they're ringing now, but we want to go ahead and take care of this issue. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the bells. And if you see, they're very loose. So we want to tighten that up. And we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back and we'll readjust our bells. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and the bell bracket has been secured, so that's been taken care of. Also, the bells have been adjusted, and you heard the bells earlier in the video, and we're going to go ahead and do a test before we put the telephone back together again. But what you're going to hear now is more action on the bells, and they're going to sound brighter. So we'll go ahead and ring them now. We'll let that go a couple more times. We'll go ahead and stop the ring cycle. Now what we can do is put the telephone back together again and do our final checks. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are ready to do our final checkout. So what we want to do is start out with ringing the bells. We'll go ahead and do that. I'll let that go a few times. I'll let it go one more time. I'll give you some dial tone. And now we want to dial through our numbers. So if you watch the analyzer, you'll watch the numbers rack off. I'm going to end in a 2. And now what I want to do is transmit into the handset. So if you watch that red light on the analyzer, every time you see that red light light up, that's 100% modulation on transmit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hello, hello. So we know that this telephone is ringing on a ring cycle. It's dialing out. It has transmit and receive. Now what we can do is move the switch box over to a regular line, and that takes the analyzer totally out of the situation. And if I push that button, that'll give us our line out, and we'll call a time and temp number. Now, I'll tell you about the time and temp number. When the recording starts, they're having problems with their equipment, and you'll hear the recording start, and you'll hear a loud hum, and then the recording will start again. It has nothing to do with what we're doing on our end. They're having problems with their equipment. So we'll go ahead and call that number, give you some dial tone. If you notice, the rotary is a lot smoother.
Good evening. Today is Monday, September 23rd. The time is 11:15. Current temperature 68 degrees. Mostly clear tonight, lows in the 50s. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, 20% chance of a shower and a thunderstorm, a high in the upper 70s.
Okay, we can call one other number. We can call my number, and it'll be busy. Give you some dial tone. Now that we know that this telephone has been repaired, we can return it to Marnie and she can start enjoying this telephone. She was never able to use it before, so now she's going to be able to use this telephone, and I'm sure she's going to enjoy it. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.